Good morning, everyone, especially to our instructor, Miss Janessa Pinky, in GE-104 Science, Technology, and Society, and we are Group 9. I'm Edrhen Rivero, BPED 1 student and leader for this group. Let us present to you our presentation about different signatures, discoveries, or scientific inventions in ancient times.
I'm Janessa, friend and Pelarada. I will be discussing the twisted rope and twisted rope. The use of ropes for hunting, pulling, sustaining, attaching, carrying, lifting, and climbing dates back to prehistoric times and has been always essential to mankind's technology progress. It is likely that the earliest ropes were naturally occurring lines of plant fibers such as vines, followed soon with the first attempts in twisting and braiding these strands together to form the first rubber ropes in the modern sense of the word. Basalt fragments of properly laid rope of about 7 mm diameter were found in Capcut's cave, dating to approximately 15,000 BC. The ancient Egyptians were probably the first civilization. Basalt fragments of properly laid rope of about 7 mm diameter were found in Capcut's cave, dating to approximately 15,000 BC. The ancient Egyptians were probably the first civilization to develop special tools to make rope. Egyptian rope dates back to 4,000 to 3,100 BC and was generally made of water-red fibers. In antiquity, it was made from the fibers of date palm, flax, grass, leather, or housing. Throughout history, primitive peoples have made use of caves for shelter, burial, or as religious sites. However, a recent find by archaeologists in Japan gives evidence of the building of huts dating back as far as 500,000 BC. The site on a hillside of Chichibu north of Tokyo has been dated to a time when Homo erectus lived in the region. It consists of what seems to be 10 post holes, which from 2 regular pentagons through to be the remains of 2 huts. 30 stone stools were found scattered around the site.
Were created by all cultures, at least since the early modern humans use ochre to stain themselves, to paint walls and objects. Some 70,000 years ago in South Africa, the investigation of pigments have led to some interesting conclusion about how pigments were manufactured and what roles they play in prehistoric and historic societies. Spears, one of the earliest weapons devised by the man. Spear was originally simply a sharpened stick. Primitive people used the spear primarily as thrown weapon, a people weapon with a sharp point, either thrown or thrust at an enemy or prey. It appears in an infinite variety of forms in societies around the world.
In ancient marine times, people used rafts, log of bamboo, bundle of threads, air-filled animal skins, and asphalt-covered basket to traverse small water bodies. To be precise, the first boat was a simple frame of sticks lashed together and covered expertly with sewn hides. These boats could carry large and heavy loads easily. You get to know about examples of such ancient boats among the bull boats of North American plains, the kayaks of the Inuits, and the coraks of British Islanders. Yet another ancient boat was the dugout, which is a log that is hollowed out and pointed at the ends. Some of these were even as long as 60 feet. Clothes or clothing are the collective terms used to describe the different types of materials worn in the body. It is a human characteristic to protect our bodies from cold, rain, and other climate change or weather conditions. The first material used for clothing is natural fibers obtained from both plant and animal sources. These include cotton, flax, wool, linen, silk, and etc. The evolution of clothing and textiles from the animal skin and plant materials is vast and colorful. Along with different cultures, different varieties of clothes appeared. Different types of fibers have their history.
Good day everyone. Good day classmates. By the way, I am Charlyn Palma, taking a Bachelor of Physical Education 1. So my topic is all about the examples of inventions in ancient times. So number 1 is the knife. Another called is also one tool. So the earliest knives were shaped by percussion flaking from rock, particularly water-worn Greek cobbles made out of volcanic rock. During the Paleolithic era, Homo habilis likely made similar tools out of wood, bone, and similar highly perishable material that has not survived. As recent as 5,000 years ago, as advances in metallurgy progressed, stone, wood, and bone blades were gradually succeeded by copper, bronze, and iron, and eventually steel. The very first tool assemblage in prehistory is called the Oldowan. The Oldowan by the anthropologists. Oldowan tool use is estimated to have begun about 2.5 million years ago, lasting to as late as 1.5 million years ago. It is suggested that users comprise a number of species of Homina ranging from Australopithecus to early Homo, and passing its closely categorized tool tradition between more than one genus. So I have an example of the knife. Another called is Oldowan tool. So this is the picture of Oldowan tool. This one, it is our rock. Example of inventions in ancient times is the fire. The ability to control fire is one of humankind's great achievements. Fire making to generate heat and light made it possible for people to migrate to colder climates and enable people to cook food. It is a key step in the fight against disease. Archaeology indicates that ancestors of relatives of modern humans might have controlled fire as early as 790 years ago. Some recent evidence makes this to demonstrate that man controlled fire from 1 to 1.8 billion years ago. With the Neolithic Revolution, during the introductions of grain-based agricultural, people all over the world used fire as tool in landscape management. These fires were typically controlled works or full fires, as opposed to uncontrolled campfires that damage the soil. So I have the example of the fire, the example of the inventions of ancient times. This one, the fire.
The wheel, 5000 BC. The wheel probably originated in ancient Sumer or modern Iraq in the 5th millennium BC. Originally in the function of potter's wheels, the wheel reached India and Pakistan with the Indus Valley civilization in the 3rd millennium BCE. Near the northern side of the Caucasus, several graves were found, in which since 3700 BC, people had been buried on wagons or cars, which is the both types. The earliest depiction of what may be a wheeled vehicle, here a wagon, 4 wheels, 2 axles, is on the Bronze spot, a circa 3500 BC clay plot excavated in southern Poland. What is particularly interesting about the wheel is that wheels only occur in nature in a microscopic form, so man's use of the wheel could not have been in mimicry of nature. It is worth noting, however, that the rolling motion of the wheel is seen in certain animals that manipulate their bodies into the shape of a ball and roll. The wheel reached Europe and India, which is the Indus Valley civilization, in the 4th millennium BC. In China, the wheel is certainly present with the adoption of the chariot in ca. 1200 BC. Musical instruments 50,000 BC. The prehistoric bone flute. The first known music instruments were flutes. The flute appeared in different forms and locations around the world. A 3-hole flute made from a mammoth tusk from the Gambing-Klosterli cave in the German Swabian Alp and dated to 30,000 to 37 years ago. And a 2 flutes made from swan's bones, excavated a decade earlier from the same cave in Germany, dated to circa 36,000 years ago, are among the oldest known musical instruments. The flute has been dated to prehistoric times. A fragment of the femur of a juvenile cave bear with 2 to 4 holes found at Divji Babe in Slovenia and dated to about 43,100 years ago may also be an early flute. Some early flutes were made out of lignans, which is the shin bones. Playable 9,000-year-old Cody literally bone flute made from the wing bones of breadcrumb cranes with 5 to 8 holes each were excavated from a tomb in Jiayu in the central Chinese province of